G'day, welcome back to another episode. We've met up with some friends of ours from Canberra who've come to travel with us for a couple of weeks, and we're going to be hitting up outback South Australia and the Flinders Ranges.
All the Flinders. I'm so excited.
So we've left the coast behind. It's probably going to be quite a while, I'd say, before we see the coast again. We're going to keep heading north till we hit the coast. Could be a while before
we get the washing done again.
So lucky there's no smell-o-vision, eh?
Gosh. Can you imagine?
Well, I hope
30 days in a caravan with 3 boys. Wish me luck.
I also hope on camera at the moment you can see Harrison in the back with his sleep mask on. It's quite funny. Anyway, first stop this morning's Alligator Gorge, so we'll see you there.
Yeah.
We're heading down to Alligator Gorge, and we just got to the road, and apparently impassable or not suitable for caravans or trailers. So bit of a bugger. So what we did is I just jumped on the phone, and straight across the road from the turn off is the Rainbow Valley Caravan Park. I gave old mate a ring and just said, would you mind watching the van for us for a few hours? And he said, you can leave it here for the day for $5. So pretty happy with that. I don't reckon that's too bad. He said $10 for a week or $5 for a day. So if you are in the area and you want to do some of the longer walks, or you've got a van or a trailer and you want to come down, just make sure you give old mate a ring, and he's happy to store it for you. He's got a good spot there. So that's our hot tip. This is cool.
This is so cool.
So a fair few steps coming down, and then we descend down into the gorge itself, and it's just walking along we're just walking along the dry riverbed. So
I went a different way than you guys.
Did ya? Yeah. So the steep sides of the gorge are just starting here, so I'm assuming as we walk further along it's going to get even better. This is sort of iconic Flinders Ranges, this stuff. Deep gorges through the rock. I'm not sure what sort of rock it is around here, I'll have to find out, but yeah, just these awesome stacked layers of stone, and then just the deep winding gorge. So there's a bit of rock hopping to do, but it's quite manageable. Just got to watch your step like that. It's about the point when I probably would fall, when I'm talking to camera and saying it's not too bad walking.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I trip and yeah. Just as we go down, it's just getting wider, narrower and deeper, isn't it? Like it's just, you feel like you're about to come up on a waterfall or something. Without any water, obviously. It'd be pretty cool to see with water going through it. Are you right, Harrison?
Yeah.
So that was Alligator Gorge. We're on the climb back out now, so I think we're nearly back at the car park. We've done the switch. I've ditched James and Liz is carrying him back out.
I think I drew the short straw carrying him on the way up.
Yeah, I think I carried him for most of it.
I think you carried him for about 80% of the trip though.
But that was awesome. So it's a 2K hike. They say to allow 4 hours. Not sure how long it's taken us. We'll check that out when we get back. But yeah, it's not a difficult hike, but it's pretty slow going. Slow going in some spots because there's a bit of rock hopping to do and climbing over rocks. But yeah, absolutely worth it. So if you're in the area, Mount Remarkable National Park, so just near Wilmington. We're going to jump back in the car, go back and grab our van, which we left at the caravan park, and then we'll continue on to the town of Corn and then try and find a camp around there. We're just trying to get onto a couple of stations to maybe go out and do a station stay. Just waiting to hear back from them. Stick around, we'll see where we end up. Rightio, so we've just thought we managed to get a hold of the station out at Blue Range, so Warren Gorge. We're going to stay here a couple of nights. There's some walks to do here, and we're just going to use this as a bit of a base for a couple of days to check out the area around Corn and yeah, see what we can find. So we're going to head in now, head up to the homestead, and then find out where we're camping, go set up camp. Magic little spot this is. Have a go at this. So we're camped in this dry creek bed. Here's camp, here's the van. Mel and Peter over there setting up their tent. Got a fire pit here. Bloody awesome. This is a pretty special spot. And we've got the place to ourselves. There's no other campers here at all. So it's 6,500 acre property and we've got it to ourselves, so you can't ask for more than that. We're just going to settle in, have a few brewskis, cook up some dinner, and enjoy. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. What do you reckon, Dale? What's this spot like?
This is amazing. This is just this beautiful station, and it's got a gorge that goes for about 12 k's and has some amazing geology behind it. And the station owner, what was he? He was a lecturer. He was a lecturer at the museum or something. Like, he knows a lot about geology basically, and it's just so fascinating how old this area is.
I found my bottle.
And how they can tell.
So we had Nick come down last night, sit around the fire with us. Nice bloke. He's the station owner here, and he's got a really good knowledge of the area, and particularly the geology of the area. He brought down a few pretty cool rock samples for us to show us some of the types of things that you can find in and around this area and other parts of Central Australia. He actually showed us a piece of a meteorite, which was pretty cool, and a fossilised stromatolite, which is some of the earliest life forms on Earth. So yeah, that was pretty cool to be able to have a chat with him, and got some tips on some other places to go and have a look at while we're in the Flinders. So today we're just gonna go for a bit of a walk up. There's a bit of a gorge not far from our camp, so we're gonna walk up there. Then later on this afternoon, we're going to go up a four-wheel drive track that Nick's got on the property here. That's going to take us up to the top of a hill for have a look at some of the views, and I think we should get some good views of the area. Yeah, so the four-wheel drive track, he charges $30 a vehicle to do that, which is a pretty common thing in the Flinders. Is these a lot of the four-wheel drive tracks around the Flinders are on private property, on private stations, and most of them charge to do that anywhere between $30 up to, I think Skytrek at Willow Springs is something like $80 or maybe even a bit more. So yeah, I guess it's good to be able to support the stations to be able to do that, but at the same time you wouldn't really be able to come and, well, it would get quite expensive to be able to come here and do all of the four-wheel driving that there is around the Flinders. In my experience, there's not a lot in the national park itself. So yeah, if you're coming here to do four-wheel driving, you're probably better off visiting one of the stations and staying at one of the stations, and then just be prepared that you'll probably have to pay a day use fee to be able to use their tracks. Up this hill, see if I can find any of these little rock wallabies that live around here. These and the kids saw some yesterday, but yeah, nearly fell. I haven't seen any. So just going for a bit of a walk up in these rocky hills. It's pretty awesome landscape, awesome. Yeah, I could say awesome a few more times. There's tracks, wallaby tracks, and oh, look at this, wallaby tracks and wallaby droppings everywhere. So they definitely hang out here a fair bit. Found a few little caves and hollows where they obviously hang out. But have a look at this landscape. I don't know if the camera's going to do it justice, but holy hell, it's cool. I love this stuff. Very special and unique landscape. Alright, just going to poke along here, and then I think I'm going to have to head back down soon. I'm going to run into a tricky spot. Feel a bit like a rock wallaby myself. Mount. Windy up here, so I don't know how good this audio is going to be, but yeah, he's a little wallaby just up hanging out in his little rock cave up there. He's in a good spot. I'd find it'd be pretty hard to get up to him, I think. Whee! I know, I think I'm halfway up. I might even keep going and get all the way to the top because it's a pretty good climb here. If I don't lose my hat and my sunny's on the way. Oh, holy dooly. It's epic. So that's what I've got to climb up if I'm going to keep going. He's up there. But Wallaby was just over there. He's got a little cave over there. He might come out and check on me again soon. Righto, I'm going to keep trying. Got to really watch your step. Also looking out for legless lizards. Didn't really plan to go walking up here. I just went for a little wander to look for the wallabies and got a bit excited. I'll just take a peek over here. You can hear that rock slipping under my feet. It's pretty slippy. Oh yes. Oh, there we go. See camp down there. No camping is. Well, where are we? Down there in the valley. Oh, I'm blowing. And I find going up's always easier than going down. But we'll find a way. Just rock up our way down. Oh, that's a tree. I'm going to sit down here and catch my breath. See if I can see where Liz and the kids are as they come out the track at the end of the valley. And just watch the world go by for a bit. Oh yeah, I can see the kids there. I'll see if I can give them a wave. I'll give them a kiwi. So just gonna wander back along, back to camp, only a few hundred metres. I think we'll knock up a bit of lunch, see what's going on for lunch, and then chill out for a little bit, and then I think this afternoon we'll go on that 4-wheel drive track, so we'll show you that soon. We're gonna go do this 4-wheel drive track out the back of out at the back of the station here. So yeah, head up there, have a couple of drinks and have a few nibbles and check out what there is to see. So we got Leslie driving, boys are in the back. Good to go, boys. Look how so filthy. They've had so much fun though. Yep, so there's a couple of little gnarly sort of rocky sections through the creek. I'm just going to spot Liz through it. Yeah, so we're just going to go spot them through that so we don't wipe anything out under the car.
And
so
I'm going to learn to drive on rocks. I know absolutely nothing.
So
I'm a good passenger.
We've dropped the tyres a bit, so the tyres are down to 25 pound, which just gives us a bit extra traction, protects the tyres a bit from sharp rocks, and makes the ride a bit more comfortable.
So what is it that I'm trying to do, and what is it that I'm not trying to do?
All right, so the general idea with rock driving is pick the high spots, don't get in the low spots. So we're going to try and put the tyres on the high spots.
Okay.
Because that means that the undercarriage of the car will clear things.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that
obviously
makes
if you go in the low spots, you're more likely to get stuck.
was cool. That was so good. I don't think I'd want to do it without you spotting though. That's so hard to see. I can't see over the bonnet, so.
Oi, so we made it to the top. This is absolutely insane. Way more than I expected. I don't know. It's so the peak we're on, we'll get out and show you in a minute, but it's the second highest peak in the Flinders Ranges after Mary's Peak, which is over in the national park. And you can drive up here, which is awesome. It's literally 360-degree views of the ranges.
It's beautiful.
It's pretty awesome.
It's pretty special.
We're going to get out and have a look, and we'll show you guys what's here.
And hopefully make it down before dark. I don't think I want to go down some of those.
Pretty windy, so hopefully this audio works out, but I've been to some pretty high peaks before in the Victorian high country, things like that, but I don't know that I've been somewhere where you can see this much in every direction. If you're in the Flinders Ranges, you've got to come and do this. I haven't done Skytrek, I don't know how good it is, but I'd be surprised, I'd be impressed if it's better than this, because this is pretty specky. This is pretty nice.
Yeah, there's just every shade of colour here. I'm devastated that I didn't bring my full paint set. But there's just every shade of orange, brown, red, green, blues. There are purples. It is stunning. It is really stunning. Simon back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I couldn't handle it. Nah, you did well. You got all the way up here. No incidents. Did well.
Whoa.
You did well, darling. I can't believe how fast you're driving on this track.
I walked most of it.
Jump down. Yep. Going down.
As much as we were enjoying hanging around at the top of the lookouts, the sun was getting low in the sky and it was time to start heading back toward camp. That felt like we're on top of the world. Some awesome four-wheel driving, some technical stuff, and yeah, some good hill climbs. A lot of fun. A lot of fun, and heaps of wildlife. Heaps of roos, heaps of wallabies, goats. Yeah. Good day out. Good fun.
Good day out.
Good afternoon.
That was a lot of fun.
Mind you, it did take us about 3 hours.
3 hours it took us.
Including looking around, so
Yeah.
and including filming. But yeah, allow yourself at least 3 hours.
It's wine time.
Join us next week as we continue on up into the Flinders Ranges National Park and explore Wilpena and some of the other highlights around the area. Thanks again for watching. As always, it really helps us out if you give us a like and a subscribe if you would like to follow along the rest of our adventures, and we'll see you next Sunday.